Well, the Palestinians couldn't have been too overwhelmed with the speech of the president. It seemed that it was designated to address the Israeli public and government to the exclusion of others. There was an expression of commitment from the United States on a political, cultural, ideological, historical, religious, and practical level across the board. A commitment of eternal support and the weight of 300 million Americans to help Israel. All of that was essentially an Israeli-centric speech with just one reference to the Palestinians, which was about the future. 60 years from now, the president said he expected to have a democratic, free Palestine that abides by the rule of law. Essentially, it is the idea that there will be a state of Palestine in the future. That's the only reference to the Palestinians at this point. Well, that is a convoluted argument and a difficult one to simplify into a yes or no answer. What I think is more important than talking to Hamas is actually having a real conversation with the Palestinians that the United States has already talked to for a long time. That is the PLO and the Palestinian Authority. They're talking and listening and actually working out deals together in order to get out of the present mess. It took the United States and the international community some 20, 30 years to talk to the PLO. And now, and after talking, not a whole lot has been achieved, really. And now, if the United States decides to talk to Hamas 20 years from now, and then we will end up with not much movement, then it's all a futile argument, really. I'm sure it will not make the conversation very comfortable between him and Arab leaders. I am sure they will think that he has not emphasized the need for moving more seriously on supporting the Palestinian state and to have a time horizon that is reasonable. I'm sure that they will be overwhelmed with the outpouring of support that he displayed to the Israelis without much mention of the Palestinian consequences to the establishment of the State of Israel. But at the very end, I'm sure they are all practical people who will turn to the business at hand, which is how to stabilize the Middle East and move on actually to improving the situation for the next several months while the president is still in office, so the next administration will have something to build on to move forward. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.